Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. It's time for the 39th Annual New Jersey Folk Festival at Douglas College at Rutgers University, and Barbara Reese was there to report. Plus, we have a very special Voice of Experience where we celebrate the 100th birthday of a local resident. We also stopped by Memorial School as they were recognized as Tree City USA in celebration of Arbor Day. All this, plus in our schools, takes us to Fairview Lake for a very special learning experience. So stay with us.
This is Barbara Reese reporting for This Week in East Brunswick. We're here at the 39th Annual New Jersey Folk Festival at Rutgers University, where the Garifuna culture is the featured culture for this event. Come join us. We're here with Professor Gillespie, who's the founder of the New Jersey Folk Festival. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure, Barbara.
So tell us a little bit about this year. We have the Garifuna Traditions feature. For those who are not familiar, what this is all about.
Yeah, well, the Garifuna people were originally settled in the island of St. Vincent in the Eastern Caribbean. They were a biracial people, Native American, Carib and Arawak. Well, time went by, and the island of St. Vincent was, in the colonial period, invaded by the British. Now, the British had a plan. What they wanted to do was to enslave the Garifuna people and raise sugar cane for export. But the Garifuna resisted, and as a result, there was a war. The Garifuna lost the war, and then they were exiled. So they ended up in Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Guatemala. So you might say the Garifuna have been a stateless people. And nonetheless, they've done a really good job over the last 250 years of maintaining their own language and culture. And there's a large diaspora community in the tri-state area, and we've tried to reach out and identify these tradition bearers, and at the Folk Festival today to feature their music, their song, their dance, and their cuisine.
And yet you sense a little bit of Spanish in their language as well. It's a mixture?
Well, that's true. They have their own language, Garifuna, but the Garifuna people who settled in Belize are English-speaking. The people who settled in Honduras are Spanish-speaking. But they have the Garifuna language in common. It's very interesting. UNESCO has recognized the Garifuna language as one of the endangered languages of the world.
So it's an opportunity here to feature this special nature of their traditions.
One of the things we often try to do at the New Jersey Folk Festival is to celebrate underserved and underrepresented groups.
And this is the 39th annual. Any idea what the 40th annual might be?
Well, the 40th annual will be sort of a retrospective. We'll dip into the Rolodex and feature the groups that we've had for the last 5 years. So it'll be partly Peruvian, partly Bulgarian, partly Kalmyk, and partly Garifuna.
Well, that'll be an exciting one.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
The Folk Festival has a long history at Rutgers. We've been here for 39 years. This year we're celebrating the Garifuna tradition. The festival was started by Dr. Angus Gillespie back in the 70s, and at that time Douglas was still a college just for women. We hadn't switched into the setup that Rutgers has now. And one of the main goals of the festival at that time was, there were two main goals. One was to highlight and showcase traditional cultures, emphasizing folk cultures that might not normally get much attention. The second was to provide a leadership opportunity for women, because at the time, we're talking about the 70s, you know, the women's movement was still in its infancy. Women were still just getting out to the workforce. So it was an opportunity for the female students of Douglas College to take a leadership role in a really important cultural organization. And so we've been doing that for 39 years. There's been a lot of changes. It still serves as a method of highlighting and introducing New Jersey residents to traditional cultures they might not otherwise be exposed to. The Garifuna are a great example of that, because they're a culture that not only is not well known, but is actually in danger of dying out. It's a small population, it's not well known, so the festival this year is continuing one of our main traditions in that we are highlighting this culture, bringing it to New Jersey, showcasing it to our residents. but also we continue to serve as a means for students to have a leadership opportunity.
Well, this year for the 39th year, we're celebrating Garifuna traditions, and Garinagu people, as they're called, come from the island of St. Vincent and immigrated to different countries like Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Guatemala, and then they immigrated to the United States in New York and some areas in New Jersey, and this year we've decided to celebrate Garifuna traditions and introduce them to the larger New Jersey population.
And the place is full with all kinds of crafts and entertainment. Give us a little overview for those that would like to get a feel for the day. What is here on the grounds today?
Yeah, so we have a lot of traditional Garifuna performers like Game, which is a large performing arts company of children and adults, but we also have traditional like Irish folk music and Jim Albertson, who's a really popular folklorist, and Spook Handy, and it's just really great because we have all these different performances on our stages, but we also have singer-songwriter contests, and then in our heritage area, which is similar to almost a living museum, we have traditional Garifuna culture of doll making and hair braiding and cassava bread making, and then if you go down to our crafts, we have jewelry and leather and glass blowing, and it's just not only traditional Garifuna items, but it's also traditional American folk items.
So you get a little taste of all different cultures from our area.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even with the food, we have ethnic and American food. We have, Italian and Colombian and Asian and American. Like anything you can think of, we probably have it.
And I saw plenty of things for the kids to do as well.
Oh yeah, we have this great children's area for them, and there's this great little area where they can just have fun and play games, or they can make some crafts to take home like drums or pots, and it's just a really enjoyable day for the whole family.
And I understand that the students take a large part in preparing this whole festival. How has it been being involved in this?
Yeah, well, the way the folk festival runs is we interview last year or the year before in order to be coordinators, and then we actually take it as a class, so it's almost like part internship, part class for us. So we do take it as a class on Monday nights, and half the meeting is designated for learning about Garifuna traditions, and the other half is our business meetings. And there's 14 of us, and we all have our different jobs, but it's been amazing to work together with people your own age. We're all young adults, most of us are in our 20s, so it's just been amazing to work on something on such a large scale where you have close to at least 18,000 people coming to enjoy the festival, and the 14 of you, along with our executive director, Professor Angus K. Gillespie, and our assistant director, Aaron Clark, and our folk festival board, have been able to put this on.
It's great to be here. I was here at the very first folk festival 39 years ago, and I'm still here spinning. So
tell us, for those who are not familiar with how wool is spun and all the different products are made from wool, how does it all work?
Well, once a year, first of all, you have to feed and water your sheep every day. Once a year, we give them a haircut, and then the wool is right here. It gets washed and brushed, and then this is a spinning wheel. Has 2 pedals. My feet decide how fast I'm going to spin, and my fingers decide how thick the wool is going to be. And I just spin and spin and spin until this is all full. And if you lived 300 years ago, someone in your home would know how to do this. You needed clothing, and so you would learn how to do this so you'd have clothes to wear, especially in the winter. But my fingers are just deciding how thick the wool is going to be. My feet decide how fast the spinning wheel is going to go. And I make skeins of wool like this, and then I'll knit them into hats, scarves, mittens, sweaters, anything like that. And then there's also other things you can do with wool. You can felt with it. My husband's rules, if the sheep don't pay for themselves, they have to go. So I'm always coming up with new ways of things I can do with my sheep's wool. There's a bunch of wool over there that I dyed, and all different colors, and I grow plants specifically for dyeing the wool. And it's just a great thing to be able to have your sheep and wear them too.
My performance has just grown and grown and grown every single year. I try and bring something new.
Now, for those that haven't seen your performance before, what are some of the kind of things that you do?
I will spit fire in my act. I juggle 3 knives and walk on a 4-foot rolling globe. A backflip off a pogo stick. I do all the stupid human stunts that you were never allowed to do as a child in my show.
And how did you come up with putting this show together?
Whenever I was younger, my dad actually worked in an amusement park, and they showed me some different techniques and performing skills. And as I go, I see a lot of different performers, and I take bits and pieces because that's kind of what everybody does. They borrow acts and borrow lines or things, but I've turned my own show into my own unique thing, so it's not really copying anyone their own certain way.
And how do you like coming to the New Jersey Folk Festival?
I absolutely love this festival. It's probably one of my favorite festivals out of the entire year. It's just always great weather here. It's family oriented, and people just love to come and watch my show. It's a great festival.
So Karen, we're looking at your beautiful artwork. Tell us a little bit about the mosaic artwork.
Well, I make a variety of items. They're all made out of the same components generally. I use broken dishes, plates, stained glass, anything you can think of really. I also make items with recycled materials, including bowling balls, as you can see here, and any items that I pick up, figurines, anything that I can pick up along the way.
Now, how did you get started in this artwork?
Well, I had taken a stained glass class in East Brunswick about 10 years ago and enjoyed it, but didn't continue on with it. And I saw a program on TV one day, and they were making a mosaic item out of glass. And I knew I had that glass in the basement still, so I tried it and have been with it ever since. I just love the crowds that are here today. It's at a fantastic time of the year. The weather's perfect. Everyone's very friendly. There's just such a large crowd and a diverse group of people.
It's exciting because I wanted people to know about the Garifuna people. I want people to know what happened with us. That's why the tagline for the organization is uprooted and moving forward. We've been uprooted and we need to move forward. So, because we're stuck.
How does it feel to be at a festival focusing on your culture?
I'll be honest, I could not believe it. As I told you this morning, I couldn't sleep. I went to bed late, I got up and I said, I cannot believe this is happening. Because I wish my mother, my grandmother, the woman that came from St. Vincent, I know they're appreciating all of it. So that's what I'm happy about.
We have training, we have workshops for them because our goal is for them to continue the culture, most definitely the language, because the language is close to extinction, and that's critical for us because we were lucky that from generation to generation we were taught the Garifunas after the exile back in the 1700s. They didn't just, were not just exiled and disappeared. They took their culture with them, they took their food, they took their language, they took their dance, they took their music, and they taught it to each generation. So one of the things that we love about our culture is we honor them. The resilient ones to be able to be alive and make us be here today to tell their story and to try to keep the culture alive. So Game Arts is what I do, is we promote the Garifuna culture and language through performing arts. What we did here today, we brought the traditional Garifuna music and the dances. We have traditional, and we have contemporary. We did traditional. We brought traditional here today, particularly because this is a folk festival. So we want people to see our folk dances. So we brought 4 genres here today.
And so you were saying the importance for the children is to see and to learn these different things.
Yes, it's very important because children are the only means of passing on the old. Children have to be ready to teach their children, and that is the only way that we can hold on to it and have it for generation to come. We don't ever want people our own Garifunas to one day say, people say to them, Garifuna, what is that? Our goal is Garifuna, oh, we know about them, oh, we heard about them, oh, we heard about their dances, we know about their music, for generation. Even when I am gone, I want people to always know about our culture.
This is Barbara Reese reporting for This Week in East Brunswick. We hope you've enjoyed your day here at the New Jersey Folk Festival and learned a lot as well. We hope to see you here next year. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, I'm Sharon Riley Morosi, Assistant Director for the East Brunswick Department on Aging, and this is the Voice of Experience. Today I am at the Senior Center with the Director of the Department on Aging, Rachel Steinberg. Rachel, tell us about what happened here today at the center.
Well, beside a very special birthday, we celebrate on a monthly basis every member's birthday. They get a free lunch that is cooked by our famous chef Jimmy, and we have a cake, we sing happy birthday, and we celebrate people's lives. And today, though, as I said, we had a very special 100th birthday. Sophie Bennett, one of our very faithful members, was celebrating, and we wanted to celebrate with her and her family today.
Whereas Sophie Bennett was born in Chelsea, Massachusetts on April 26, 1913, and is proud, 1913, that's right. Everybody can do their math. And is proudly celebrating her 100th birthday. Wow. And whereas Sophie raised 3 children and had 6 grandchildren and 1 great-grandson. And whereas in 1975, she moved to East Brunswick to be closer to her family. And whereas over the years, Sophie had a variety of different jobs and was devoted to taking care of her immediate and extended family. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, David Stahl, Mayor of the Township of East Brunswick, along with her family and friends, extend our congratulations and best wishes to Sophie for a very happy and healthy 100th birthday. Happy birthday, dear Sophie. Happy birthday to you. That was wonderful.
It sounds like you can come to the Senior Center for your birthday. How would somebody find out about that?
Well, we usually advertise it in the Voice of Experience, which is our monthly newsletter. And we usually let people know, word of mouth. We tell people that it's important that they sign up for their birthday lunch. If it's a special birthday, 70, 75, 80, and anybody, any year past 90, each year Don Bloom, who's a wonderful artist, makes a special birthday card like this one that he made for Sophie today. So we do try to pass the word, and hopefully people are listening and know that if it's their birthday, to please come, not only on their birthday, but other days to partake of all the programs and activities that we have here at the Senior Center to keep people young and active.
We have Ruth Gottlieb celebrating a birthday this month. We have Jim Caputo, and of course Sophie. We have Jean Blandino, Al Diamond. And Al is celebrating a special birthday. Emily DeSimone is also celebrating a birthday. Marge Dubois. You have your own shooting section, huh, Marge? Bill Gregory and Judith Schaffner.
If you would like more information about our birthday celebrations or any programs and services available through the East Brunswick Department on Aging, then please call us at 732-390-6896. And please remember, the East Brunswick Department on Aging is here to help you and yours age successfully.
Memorial Elementary School was honored as a Tree City, USA community in recognition of Arbor Day, and EBTV was there to cover the event.
Boys and girls. I'd like to welcome all of the students, staff, and guests to our Arbor Day celebration. We are fortunate to live in a town that recognizes how important it is to have trees to help our environment. And because East Brunswick does such a good job of planting and taking care of so many trees, receiving an award for the 35th year from Tree City, USA.
Shortly, in appreciation, our memorial students will sing and recite songs and poems as they have prepared in a special program with their teachers. The students have participated in many valuable learning experiences. The educational community is so very grateful for the learning that has taken place and for the trees that have been planted on behalf of our township. I want to thank Mayor Stahl and the members of his staff who were responsible for creating this valuable partnership. A special thanks to the East Brunswick Women's Club for their generous donation of so many trees over the years. Because of you, the memories have been created that will forever remind our lovely citizens of the important roles that trees have made in our environment, and that it is everyone's responsibility to take care of our earth and its valuable natural resources.
So by your community making that effort to really make a top priority to get trees throughout your community, I present this award from the Arbor Day Foundation. It's a nice flag from the Arbor Day Foundation. 35 years as a tree city. Here you go.
garden song that I'm going to ask that you sing it again
Hi, I'm Trudy Atkins. This week in our schools brings us to Fairview Lake YMCA camps, where our 6th graders do their environmental residential study each year. I'm here with Cammie and Donna Anderson. So far, what's been the best part of camp for you, Cammie?
The best part has been the boating, because we got to actually go out on boats on the lake, and we got to see different kinds of wildlife, and we also got to do water experiments like the temperature and the depth of the water.
Oh, that's really cool. So not only are you learning the curriculum, the science curriculum, but you see that the lake could be used for recreation as well.
Yes, you can learn that you can go boating, and you can also learn stuff from it.
Okay, so what about the temperature of the water? What was the temperature of the water when you were out there this week?
It was 60, I believe.
60 degrees. So do you want to go swimming in 60-degree water, or?
No, they said that it was really cold and that it would cause you hypothermia.
Okay, Mrs. Anderson, being a mom, sleeping in a cabin with a bunch of girls at night, how'd that work out for you?
Oh, that was quite an experience, but I have to say it was a lifetime experience. It was fun. The girls did a great job, and I would do it again.
How about the off-campus hike when you went to Van Campen's? What did you learn there, Cammie? Like some of the stuff that you learned in school, what did you then see firsthand?
We learned that sometimes the water can cause a teacup inside some of the rocks, which is permanent because the water pressure is so high.
So in that area that they call the teacups, right, all that water's kind of gushing down. We had a lot of rain last week, so all that water was really flowing this week. What about some of the evergreen trees that you saw there? There was a certain shrub that we have in East Brunswick. Do you remember which one that was around? I think it begins with an R.
I don't remember.
The rhododendron.
Good. Mom was paying attention. That's good. That's good. That's good. How about the critters that you saw in the stream ecology?
Yep. But we did see, I think, a few turtles and some fish in the ponds.
When you were on the lake, you got to see some turtles sunning? All right. And then how about the ridge? Did you do the ridge hike yet?
No, we're doing that tomorrow.
Gonna end the trip with the ridge hike, huh? How do you feel about the ridge hike, looking at that mountain, Mom? You think you're gonna be able to be okay?
Well, when we went off campus today, I was a little shocked, so I think that ridge might be okay for me now.
Yeah, the off campus today was a little scary, but having done that, you feel like the ridge will be okay for you.
The ridge will be great, and I hear the views are absolutely beautiful, so I'm looking forward to taking some pictures up there.
Hopefully, we've gotten a little bit of rain. Yesterday was real sunny, but a little bit of rain. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. So thanks so much, Mrs. Anderson, Cammie Anderson. Appreciate it.